Hey, what's up, guys? It's Devin here with Devin's Card House. I make daily TCG videos, TCG videos. Kind of a serious video today. This is a response to my good friends. Well, they're not friends. I don't know them at all, but I like their videos. I love them. Jake and Joel. Jake and Joel, MTG. Round of applause for Jake and Joel. They're perhaps, I would say, my favorite MTG for, no bullshit, no Rudy gimmicks. I mean, I love Rudy too, but I'd say for like getting a real take on something, a real take. I mean, and Jake is really funny. Joel's a good deadpan. They're both really funny. They're both, I've loved watching them grow over the years. Like they've gotten way better. And I would say from like their growth from the beginning to where they are now is I put them in the top. I love Jake and Joel. And so they made this video yesterday, and I'm glad I didn't respond to it yesterday because I was in a bad fucking mood, okay? And it's not it's not because of magic or anything like that. It's because I woke up at like 3 or 4 in the morning. I couldn't go back to sleep, so I just got up and started working, and then I was working all day long. And then I watched their video, and I was like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? And I'm okay, here's the deal. When I talk about this, I want to say this with love, that I love Jake and Joel. I don't know them, but I love their content, and I wish them all the best. They're great. The people who responded to their poll, like, I love them too. And before we start this out, so first off, I want to say love to Jake and Joel. Then I want to say your feelings are not invalid. Your feelings are valid for how you feel about Magic the Gathering right now. And I support you as a player, as an investor, as a collector, as a whatever, and how you interact with this game. I support you and how you feel about it. And if you love Magic right now, I support that. I support it, and I love it, and I hope that when your Wizards Hasbro continues down a path that makes you continue to enjoy the game. And so that's where I want to start off there. So you feel validated. I want you to feel validated right now, okay? And then I want to say that I don't necessarily feel very validated about my feelings. And so I find it odd that people just can't wrap their head around having a different perspective, because people, it's a lack of empathy, and people don't understand how to think about how other people interact with this game. And from the first off, and a lot of the people who seem to have approached this poll that Jake and Joel had, and even Joel himself, or was it Jake? I should probably know which one's Jake and Joel. Jake. Okay, Jake. Jake is constantly saying that he's a casual Commander guy, and if it wasn't for his channel, he wouldn't be keeping up on everything. And I'm going to say, like, I've been keeping up on all this Magic shit for the past, like, constantly, everything that's coming out for 8 years, okay? Maybe I'll get coming on up to a decade, okay? And this is before I had a channel. I've had a channel for a month now, okay? So I'm not keeping up on Magic stuff just because of a YouTube channel, okay? And also, before we get this negativity that's about to come, and I'm bringing the positivity too. There's going to be a lot of things on here that I'm not doing it for the clicks. I'm not doing it for the clout. I'm just doing it because this is how I feel, okay? And I want to feel validated. And I just don't understand, because when I bring this up to people online, they can't put their brain where my brain is. I can put my brain where you is. As a player, great time to be a Magic. As a casual person who's, they showed up, like Jake has mentioned, or Joel, one of them mentioned many times that, most people interact, they're buying a pre-con for Commander every other month, and then they're spending $20 a month on singles online. That's not me, okay? That's not how I interact with this game. So, anyways, when it comes to this, I feel, and I want to put this out here for maybe you will understand it under this. So a big controversy or thing that came up a little while ago was how people felt about The Last Jedi. I remember having conversations with people about specifically what they did with Luke Skywalker and how they portrayed Luke, and I didn't appreciate what they did to my childhood hero. When I grew up, I loved me some Luke Skywalker. I wanted to be him. Everything about him, his lightsaber. When he came back in Return of the Jedi, it was just so cool. His like growth throughout the whole thing, I loved it. And then when The Last Jedi came out, I just didn't appreciate what they did with his character, and specifically talking about a guy who is literally the last hope, or the new hope. Sorry, not the last hope. He's the last Jedi. He's a new hope, but he's literally the new hope. And in this, he has no hope. And literally for Kylo Ren, he goes after and he's going to kill him. He doesn't have any hope for him. He has no thought. And then the immediate response is, well, people change, Devin. Okay, well, people change. Okay, well, you got to show me that. Why is the New Hope now not the New Hope anymore? You can't just tell me, you have to show me. It's a goddamn movie. I haven't seen this guy on screen for 20 years, okay? I've been waiting to see him since I was a child. I want to know why he's a fucking grumpy old man now. And I think I'm entitled to that. Oh, I'm not entitled to anything, but okay, I'm not entitled to know that, I guess, if they don't choose to show me, but I'm entitled to be like, I don't like this. I don't like it very much. And then the other people, so then I have these conversations with people, they're like, well, I just don't, I'm like, well, how do you like Star Wars? They're like, I don't even really like Star Wars all that much. You don't like Star Wars? Then why the fuck are we having this conversation? Okay? If you don't like Star Wars, why do you have such a big fucking opinion on what I feel about Luke Skywalker? Okay? And that's kind of how I feel with some of this, okay? And here's what I'm trying to say here is my main interaction with this product isn't buying singles, guys. When you hear the buy singles online, the other half of the buy singles is not just you. It's the person you're buying the singles from, and that's me. That's the guy on the other end of it. And, a lot of people try to feel it off like we're evil or bad or anything like that, but no, that's not the case. I want you guys to be happy. I want you to get good deals. I want to sell you cards at a good price. Like, I'm on the other end of that, and I'm not like a bad guy, okay? And it's like, people are like, you shouldn't expect to get rich off cardboard. I'm not expecting to get rich off cardboard. I'm expecting to get make a little money off working hard. This isn't fucking easy. Okay? It's not like I just show up and cards sprinkle out of the air and people just give me cash, okay? There's a little more in there than that, okay? And so my interaction comes from buying the product, the actual boxes, the sealed boxes, and then opening them up to sell the singles, okay? And when I interact that way with it, I don't have a very positive outlook on that sort of interaction right there, okay? So I'm just trying to say, when it seems like a lot of people who don't buy sealed product, there are a lot of like, we buy singles. Like, if you only buy singles, why are you telling me how I should feel about sealed fucking product? Okay, it doesn't fucking make sense, okay? And also, you can have an opinion. It's okay to have an opinion, and I'm not saying I'm 100% right, but these are my feelings, okay? And I want to say, again, you're validated. I just want a little validation. Another thing that this might make sense to you about is that there was a huge controversy a few years ago, not even a controversy, but a nonstop conversation with people about fetch lands and the overprice of fetch lands. That would be like me talking shit to everybody who was talking about fetch lands needing a reprint, and because I don't play Modern, I don't really care about Modern. Why do you guys care about that? Just get the pathways, guys. They're cheap. Like, why do you even care? Like, Modern sucks. Play something else. Like, that's how I feel. And if you kind of feel, does that kind of make sense? Does that like get into your brain? I'm trying to open you up to some empathy here, okay? So getting onto this, just to start out, I just wanted to go over a few of those things. And then also in the video, there's some anecdotal biases that I just wanted to talk before I get into these. I'm gonna say like 5 positives and 5 like negatives. And I'm definitely more on the negative side, but there are some positives, okay? Like, not everything sucks, not everything's great, okay? But the anecdotal evidence of like Jake and Joel when they're talking about this is, well, I met some people out there and I met some friends. It's like I meet for like my whole play group. We used to open up. Everyone would get a box. At the max, there would be 13 to 14 people who'd be getting together every set release to open a box. And that doesn't happen anymore. 4 of us got together for Lord of the Rings. That was it. And before that, we got together for AFR and for Adventures in Forgotten Realms, and then we got together for Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. And this is a group of people that like loved Magic the Gathering. We played all from Oath of the Gatewatch up until it must have been Ikoria. Every single thing. And that's around 10 people buying a box, getting together, celebrating Magic. And there's a reason why that doesn't happen anymore. And when I talk to these people, and this is my anecdotal experience, okay, which is kind of the opposite. When I talk to people about, when they ask me, because they'll come to me because they know, hey, you're still in Magic. You still know what's going on. What the hell is a collector booster? And then when I explain to them that it's 12 packs for $250 with all the foil cardboard and bullshit, then they're like, well, that sounds like it sucks. And I'm like, yeah, it sucks. sucks. And then they talk about set boxes, but I mean, that's going away. But they come to me and ask me these questions about what's going on in Magic, and I have to get out a fucking whiteboard with like the Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia things to point at what's what. Like, they're like, well, that sucks. And I'm like, yes, it sucks. So my anecdotal experience is kind of the opposite. And that's not with the casual people. That's just my play group. Like, we don't get together anymore. We'll get together for other things. We'll get together to, we're going to get together for sorcery here in a little bit, but we're not getting together for Magic. We got together for Grand Archive, but we didn't get together for Magic. Okay. So I just want to say that just in my group and what's going on in my anecdotal experience is a little different. Okay. So going on, I just want to start off. I think I've been kind of an asshole for this whole thing, but to start off, I want to talk about the positives about Magic first. Okay. What I like about Magic. And the first thing is getting together with your friends. Okay. And that's, I'm going to go leading up to my favorite thing about Magic, and I'm going to put friends should be number one, right? Getting together with your friends, it was my number one. That's what got me like into Magic. Like, I started playing Magic when I was a kid, when I was like 8 years old. My dad worked with some people who were super into it, and they gave me cards. My mom burned all of our Magic cards in a pile because they were satanic. And then I played some more in high school. We got back together to play. It was around Kamigawa. We were playing that. And even in my prom, me and my friend Will, we like played Magic in the middle of like prom. It was pretty funny. Before we got kicked out because my girlfriend was too drunk. That happens. But I've had Magic in and out of my life. But it was around 2015 when this group of friends of mine got into it, and I was like, yes, some people to play with. And then we started playing, and it just kind of grew into this thing, and I loved it. Okay, and I'm just saying, when we do get together to play Magic like we did for Lord of the Rings, I absolutely love that, how it brings people together. So, and I am advocating here for just more of that, and I think what would help my friend group at least to get more of that. Okay. Other thing I like about Magic, the fourth, leading up to number one, the fourth thing I like about Magic is that it's, there's always something going on. And I know this is like, what's the word? I'm saying one thing, but then I'm saying another, and it contradicts itself. I'm having some contradictions here. Okay. And that's okay. We're humans. We have, mixed feelings about things. And one of the cool things about Magic right now is that every day there's like always something dragging you in. There's always something, like some interesting thing, some like drama or like new card or like a new thing. And that is kind of cool for somebody who is constantly looking at Magic. It was okay. And that is a contradiction. I understand that. Okay. Like I said, we're humans. We have weird things. And I'm saying that, the constant flow of stuff is interesting. And I will say that. Okay. Number three, and this is like, you probably have me pegged for how I feel about everything, but I'll get you with this. I like Universes Beyond. I think Universes Beyond is cool. I enjoy Secret Layers. You see me open Secret Layers, and I have my reason behind that. There's just some things I don't like how they've implemented it. Okay, and I think they could improve the implementation that would improve the actual product itself. Okay, so I do like Universes Beyond. I think it brings in a lot more people. I think it's exciting for people, and I don't see I do see that we need some separation though between Universes Beyond and Magic, a regular old Magic the Gathering. Okay, that's what I believe. But I do enjoy the Universes Beyond section. Okay, the second thing, the best thing about Magic right now, and here's another contradiction, it's cheap. It is cheap as shit. You can get $60 booster boxes. The top cards rarely hit $20. We're living the Richard Garfield view of Magic, which is that cards shouldn't be more than $20. And you know what? There's a world out there where that kind of makes sense. And the player side of me, and this is the side of me of you, the players out there, the commander players and stuff like that. That's the side I can understand. Cards, fetch land shouldn't be $50. I totally agree with that. Even though I don't really play with fetch lands, I don't want you guys or anybody out there to have to pay crazy amounts of money to get the game pieces. And yeah, they are game pieces at an affordable price. So I do think the cheapness currently in this market is okay. I don't think it's going to sound like a contradiction, but it's not. I think currently the cheap cards, cheap product is cool. Okay, number one, the best thing about Magic is the game. Obviously, the game is awesome. Okay, Magic the Gathering is the most intricate unique. There's so much you can do with Magic. You can play any sort of way you want. Like, you don't have to play in these rigid like things. You can do Commander, Standard, Modern, Legacy, Casual, Pauper, any sort of way you can think to play. I think for those of us who are into more complex, intriguing games like this, it definitely scratches that itch, and it brings out your imagination. Like, Magic makes me imagine. It makes me feel like I'm a kid. You know, it's like it brings my imagination of pirates and dragons and angels and wizards and blah blah blah. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Okay, Magic is fun. That's the number one thing. Okay, so we can never forget that. Okay, we never forget those positive things, and much love, much love. Okay. Now, we're moving on to why I'm unhappy with Magic, and moving up from 5 to number 1 again here is Magic has lost its identity. Number 5, Magic, the Fortniting, which we all agree, we're in the Fortnite era of Magic. Magic is lost. Okay? Like, Magic, I don't get the feeling of it anymore. Like, I remember being a kid up until I got reintroduced, and up until I would say this Universes Beyond and the onslaught of product, Magic used to have a feeling of like an actual like sorcerers. God, it had a darkness to it. It had a vibe, you know, and the vibe for me is lost. I don't feel the magic feeling, the feeling of magic of nerds gathered around a table dueling it out with spells. I don't feel like that. I feel like I said, it's like a Fortnite, like shoot, pow, pow, like explosions. Like, let's see as many colorful lights and weird ass shit. It's like, it doesn't have a darkness. It's lost its edge, you know? And the stories when it comes to like Magic, we all agree that they're all over the place. Like, most of them are horrible. But the pinnacle for Magic story for me was like, remember that when, the War of the Spark video came out, and it was the Linkin Park, you know, it was like, it was the Linkin Park, Liliana's walking out to go fight Nicol Bolas, and Gideon's there, and it was just, I remember I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps from that video. It was so cool. Magic was so cool in that moment. And even when Forsaken came out and kind of just like took a dump on it, I didn't care, because like, you can make your imagination with the cards and the story and everything that was going on was just could take up from there. You're like, okay, Forsaken sucks, but Magic is great. Do you feel the same about Aftermath? Do you feel the same about like the knockoff Avengers bullshit that Magic is doing? Like, now I just didn't. I didn't like it. Okay, that's just for me. I just didn't feel it anymore, and because I've been sucked out of it, because I don't feel that they've taken the care or the thought that they used to. And even when it's bombed, you could still like have it for yourself. And for those of you who still feel that, because I'm sure there's plenty about you out there that do feel that, like I'm happy for you, okay? And I'm just arguing for myself here. I'm just arguing for myself, okay? I do feel Universes Beyond is like what's causing this. And this is why I really feel there's got to be a break in Universes Beyond and Magic. And this should have happened from the very beginning. But think about this, and this solves so many problems right now with Universes Beyond and Magic. But what if Universes Beyond was really, it's separate, you know? It's like, it has a different card back. It's called Magic Universes Beyond. And then we have regular Magic, and we have like Magic the Gathering, old school Magic. And then we could have, think how excited you would get. And you could have them go back to back, kind of. You could do, instead of your 4 releases, do 8 releases. You do a Magic the Gathering, then you do a Universes Beyond. And you don't mix them. We don't need Jurassic Park in our Ixalan. We don't need, what the fuck, Transformers in our Brothers War. We don't need it. Just get them separated. Do their own thing. Like, they're unique on it. They can stand on your own. I would be way more into Universes Beyond, and I know other people would. I feel like people are like, oh, Universes Beyond couldn't stand on its own 2 feet. Yes, it would. Like, people would be so excited for that. And I feel like that separation would like bring back the magic for Magic. It would bring back the magic to Magic, and then open up a whole new space for Universes Beyond to get out there and do whatever the fuck it wants. Bring in Rick and Morty. Get as crazy as you want. But then I feel like people would be like, oh, well, Magic's dying. Well, we wouldn't have to be like that. I think all they would need is some sort of policy that for official play, sleeves are required. And for those of you who are like, oh, that's impossible. We already have modal cards. We have flip cards. Sleeves are required, okay? So like just having a different card back with a different like name on the product would make it work, okay? And then we could have like Universes Beyond only, Magic only, and then we could have like combined, do them both, and like think of the opening of the formats. And I feel like that would do a lot to help people like myself to be like cool with this, okay? I feel like we need that separation. We need the SmackDown, we need the Raw, we need the brand split, okay, in our WWE that is Magic, okay? Anyways, I think that would help with the identity. Okay, so my next reason, number 4, there are too many variants in the cards, okay? As a seller, as someone has to go online, sort through all this shit, put it online for people to buy, it sucks, okay? It's not fun, and it takes away from the enjoyment of the card. There's this thing called variant equity. Just like reprint equity, there is variant equity. And here's the deal. When we shove foils into every single... there's a foil card in every pack. Every pack every card in the foil is... Every card in the booster is a foil. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just too much, okay? And it kills the value of the variant. Foils don't mean anything anymore. Extended art lands don't mean anything anymore. The showcase cards, extended borderless cards, Phyrexian text cards. Like, you could go on and on. Like, just what's going on with the Surge foils right now with the Lord of the Rings. Like, they shouldn't have done that. Don't do that. Like, save your variant equity. Use it, like, for when you need it. Like, and remember when we got the extended art box toppers and Ultimate Masters, how special that was. How special that was. If you try to order the what was that master set, it was like the War of the Spark Mythic Edition, and then they sent you a manila envelope with your own extended art borderless box topper in it, and I got Tasigur. Some people got Liliana. I had to buy my own Liliana, okay? I got Tasigur with the banana. Did he have a banana? I think they took the banana out, but that's what I got. But I was still like, this is awesome. And then we were all going online on Reddit, like posting the picture. I even like posted my Tasigur up there, and like everyone else was posting the different cards that they got. And it was like this really collaborative, and everyone was like, cool, box toppers are awesome. Extended art box toppers. And then if Throne of Eldraine came out, and you should have seen the price, you wouldn't believe it. But just some of the rare extended art box toppers were selling for 50, 60, $100 because everyone was like, oh, this is so cool. And we're only going to see it. This is probably just going to happen for this set. No one gives a shit about extended art box toppers anymore. They're everywhere. Same thing with foils. They're everywhere. Extended art lands, full art lands. They're everywhere. Like, and that's what I'm saying. It's just like, it kills the vibe whenever you open everything up, and it's so confusing. Like, you don't know when anything's special. And that's what, people think that like this is what's causing the price of the cards to be so cheap. But it's the overprinting. Like, if you wanted to get the cards into the ground, just overprint the shit out of everything, and they'll fall to the ground. Okay, you don't need to have like all these variants to get the box of the price of the cards cheaper. There's other things you can do. Like, and people who stick up for it, like, I understand that you like. Some people are like, I want cheap foils, I want cheap extended arts, I want cheap all this stuff. And like, I don't want it to matter. It doesn't, like, because it matters to me. I'll pick it up, and it's just like that's it. But it's like for me, I want it, when I open up a mythic foil planeswalker, and I feel like Wizards is kind of listening. I want it to mean something, okay? I want it to be like, holy damn, what a hit. When Kaladesh came out and you hit a masterpiece, oh my God. Like, the feeling of that was incredible. Like, you don't get those feelings. Opening a collector box, oh, it's like, foil mythic, foil mythic, foil mythic, like, no one gives a shit. Like, and as somebody who enjoys opening packs and getting that like rare hit, like, that's completely gone. Okay. And for someone like me, and I hope you put yourself in my head right now, oh, I like to open packs and get something rare and like a cool rare card that I couldn't open in any old collector box and hit it automatically. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like the variant equity is gone. The cards there, like, it doesn't feel good. You don't get that good feeling, and that sucks, okay? I want to get some more. I want cards to be special again, okay? And I want to have that feeling when I open a pack and get a good hit that I'm like, yes, that's awesome. And that's gone, okay? And I would like to get that back. Okay. Reprint policy. Number 3, the reprint policy, it just needs to be defined. It just needs to, we need confidence. Like, why would you buy anything in the modern reprint era when you know if it hits any sort of value that it's just going to be reprinted? Like, I feel like Wizards needs to reach out and be like, hey guys, we're going forward. We're giving cards a 2-year break period. Once we do a reprint in any sort of fashion, you can expect at least for 2 years that it's not going to be reprinted. Something like that. Something to give people confidence. Because right now, I have no confidence in spending any money. Tell that to anybody who bought Urza. If you bought a foil Ursa for like $120, I am sorry. I mean, that sucks. And you could say like, well, you don't know. Wizards doesn't owe you anything. And I'm not saying they do. And in fact, Wizards can keep doing everything exactly how they're doing and everything's going to be okay, guys. I'm not like saying they have to do this for me. I'm just telling you, these are my feelings. This is how I feel, you know? And like, I understand how you feel. Please understand how I feel. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay. Reprints. We need to build up the equity again. They need to slow the fuck down. Then they need to be more vocal. They need more communication. They need to tell us that we can have some confidence in modern cards. And if you don't give a shit about that, that's fine. I just like for somebody who does give a shit, I would like a little more communication. Okay. And then number 2 is the release schedule. Okay. The release schedule is insane. Like, and this is where I say there's a contradiction. I am a human full of contradiction. And there's just too much. Even though it is exciting and interesting, it's interesting because I'll hear it. But I would say this, it's not as exciting. When you were getting spoiler seasons, when there wasn't something, it feels like, yes, we're getting spoilers as the new set is coming out for the next set. And then we're getting spoilers for years from now. And then we're getting secret layers. And it just doesn't end. The overhype, the hype, the continual nonstop hype is just, it sucks. Like, if there's no cooldown period, people can't get excited for the next set. And like, I totally get it. Like, hey, you're not supposed to be excited for every set. You're not into Doctor Who. Wait it out. Sure, I totally get that. And and for me, I can do that. I can be like, I'm excited for Ixalan. I'm not so excited for Doctor Who. I am excited for The Evil Dead. And so that's why I'm saying it's a contradiction, because I feel like, and that's why I also feel like Universes Beyond and fucking Magic the Gathering splitting and getting a brand split would help with this so much. Because you could hear like, hey guys, there's a new Magic set coming out. New Magic set? I'm super excited for a new Magic set. We haven't had one of those in months. And it's like, hey guys, there's a new Universes Beyond set. Oh, whoa, Universes Beyond. Haven't seen one of those in months. I wonder what the IP is going to be. It's Marvel? Holy shit, that's awesome. You know, that's what I'm saying. The brand split could also help with that. So and that would kind of make it feel like two different things, you know? So it's a lot of this is a feeling, you know? I have a feeling, and the overhype just kills the hype at all for me. And just like Jake said in this, not Joel, Jake said, or was it Joel? God damn it, I should know their names. I watch them all the time. But Jake was like saying, or was it Joel? Joel was saying, oh, God, one of them was saying that like they have no FOMO. FOMO is gone now. And I was like, that's not a good thing for Magic. That's not a good thing that you don't care. Like a good saying that I've heard a long time ago is the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is apathy. Not caring is not good for the company. Not caring is not good for, you being involved in the cards. Like not having FOMO anymore. It's a double-edged sword. Like, you should be able to control yourself enough to, even though you have FOMO, to be like, I don't need that, I can step away. But at the same time, that is kind of a predatory thing. So I guess like throwing enough stuff out so that people just don't care anymore. If you think that's a good business practice, I guess that works. I miss caring, okay? That's all I'm trying to say. I miss FOMO. I miss being like, man, I'm so excited for this next thing. Because I'm not really excited. But I don't know. I am kind of excited. It's a contradiction. I'm a well of emotion. Okay. And then, my final problem with Magic the Gathering is there's just too many products, too many variants. The biggest problem is the set boosters, the collector boosters, the draft boosters. And I know they're addressing it. The commander decks, the secret layers. It's just too much. It's too much, like I said, and this all kind of builds into each other. It's just too much. And then it all kind of builds to my actual super secret, like my actual big fucking problem with all this is it's all due to bad monetization policies. This is all because Wizards is trying to milk the fucking titty on this cow until there is no milk left. They're trying to milk this fucking thing dry. They want everything. They want everything, and they're going to get it all because Hasbro and the people up top need the money. They need it to fund the rest of the company. And so when the shit's going on and that they're doing all this shit that they probably don't want to do. You think Mark Rosewater, after repeatedly said he didn't want to do this, and now that he's doing it, he's completely okay with it? You think that's what he's wanted to do? You think that everyone else in Wizards of the Coast doesn't feel like somewhat like how I feel, that they're overdoing it? This is like a Linus Tech Tips problem where they're just overdoing it. Just slow the fuck down. But they can't. They can't due to Hasbro needing the money. And they're doing it with D&D too, And at least the people in D&D have the balls to stand up and say no. The people in Magic are like, yes, milk me more. Please, I'm your pay pig. Slap me, daddy. Slap me. It's like, god damn. Like, I wish they had like some more people on the Magic side would be like, stop it. Stop it, just too much. And I know they're addressing the too many variants of product by combining draft boosters into play boosters, but as long as the collector booster is out there, it completely defeats the purpose. And I know like people like Rudy like the collector booster, but here's the deal. If you have shit in your product that's not in the product, then it doesn't make it collectible. And like Kevin with Road Deck Builder has made a lot of great points, and I really appreciate this point, is that collectors will find out, they'll create the correct collectability. If you have a good product with good utility, the collectors will follow. They will follow and they will find the collector items themselves. We don't need a hand-fed spoon product that's spooning collectability into your mouth. You don't need that, okay? You just need the regular fucking product. Just one, and even call it a play booster, call it a draft booster, call it a set booster, call it a collectible play set draft booster. But just put it in one fucking box. Don't split it up anymore, okay? Just keep it in one place. Okay? And that's my problem, okay? And all that being said, like I said from the beginning, I love Magic. I love Jake and Joel, okay? I don't know how I don't know this. That one's Joel. No, that one's Joel. That's Jake. Okay, god damn it. See, I have to look at... That's Jake and that's Joel, okay? Guys, have less confusing names, okay? That's my top problem is Jake and Joel's name starting with a J, okay? Just funny. It's just like I've never talked about them out loud in person. I've only thought about them in my head, and they're kind of, the name is just kind of synonymous. And I know Jake, Joel. Okay, and I love them. They're so, like I said, they are the top YouTubers for Magic the Gathering. And from my opinion, another opinion you might not share, but I love Jake and Joel. So. And also, all the people who responded to their poll, like, I agree with you guys. Like, there's a lot to like about Magic right now. It's just, as a seller, as a Timmy, I'm a Timmy when it comes to, like, playing the game. Like, I'm not about, like, I'm not a Spike. I'm an actual Timmy here. I'm talking about, like, the real Johnny Timmy Spike here. Like, I like pirates. I like themes. I like a big hit that, like, kills you at the end. But I'm not, like, about building combos or getting, like, just always winning. I'm not the Spike. I'm not the Johnny. I'm your typical Timmy. I'm the guy who like freaks out when I open a super rare card. And I'm like, yes, super rare card. That's awesome. Like that's the Timmy I want. And I feel like Timmys are being a little neglected here, And also, yeah, I guess there's a whole problem with it. They're just like placating to Commander too much, There's so much going on. There's always so much going on, but I gotta love it, I'm here because I love it, okay? I'm not here because I hate it, okay? There's a lot to love, like I said, but there's a lot to, hope for change. That's it. It's a hope for change. It's a hope, and like when this comes to the people making the game, there's no hate there. Even though I talk shit about Mark Rosewater, he's an incredible guy who loves the game, and you got to have respect for him. I obviously do. It's just when he comes to like corporate financial stuff, then it kind of like, he doesn't do it for me. He should just like, I feel like he's sticking to the game is great for him. And I feel like the artists, like the people out there who are like pouring their the gameplay, like the people who are making the game, this is like a Game of Thrones season 8 issue. I thought the internet had a great come together moment to be like, we're not talking about the actors here. We're not talking about like the people who are putting like the costume designers. We're talking about the script. We're talking about how the direction. We're talking about the people up top making the decisions that are making this shitty. And so I'm not talking about any of the actors here. I'm not talking about the artists, the designers, like any of that. Like props to them, you know, for always making a great game, always like pulling it through. Good to you guys. I just wonder, and I probably think there's got to be Wizards of the Coast people who agree with my points too, but obviously, I'm not everybody. I'm just telling you how I feel. And I'm obviously not going away. Just like, I mean, Jake and Joel made that point. Everyone's bitching and complaining, but here we are, still talking about it, still interested. We have that... we're torn in twain inside. We have that contradiction, that contradictive spirit, you know, and that's what I have. So anyways, if you're going to bitch at me, please, I hope you listen to the end. If you're not, if you're just going to turn it off halfway through, and I probably, biggest pet peeve when it comes to this shit is people like talking about what I've said in the comments and I already addressed it. Like, so hopefully you watch the whole thing before you left a comment, and if I already addressed your issue. So these are just my thoughts. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate my subscribers. If you enjoy this type of video of me bitching for, I don't know how long this has been, but for a certain amount of time, if you like people bitching online, no, I do more than bitch, guys, okay? I do more than bitch, okay? But if you enjoy that, please subscribe. I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Thank you, and I will talk to you later, okay? Bye-bye.